Welcome back. I haven't uploaded anything in a week or so. I've just been busy. Busy with what? Playing PoE, to be honest. Not really that busy. I was just a bit addicted. Let's just say that. Anyways, last week I'm pretty sure, or 6 days ago, apparently they revived the direwolf. Now, I doubt they revived it. What I'm guessing is they probably got DNA from it's Amber, right? It's called Amber? Yeah, from Amber or something similar. Then tried to went into a dog whose ancestor was the werewolf, the direwolf, or it's closely related to the direwolf. Then they probably tried to rearrange the DNA sequences to match. That's what I'm guessing it is. They didn't actually revive it. They just it's like they molded a wolf into yeah, that whatever.
On planet.
By the way, this is interesting because we can get dodos. Think about it. Like, look at these. Imagine yourself just riding here, like a mount, a big giant dodo. It's perfect for riding. Imagine going through like a what the fuck is it called? Like a plains or something, or like
Earth for more
grasslands,
than
just on
10,000
top of it.
years. That's because the species is extinct, or was. Colossal Biosciences is a Dallas based company that's using genetic engineering to de extinct long gone species.
All right.
And this is the first time Colossal.
By the way, weren't they doing this with the woolly mammoth uh clone? Because they did it with the mouse, right? I guess they say, but they have done it with the mice. Is that how you write it? Yeah, they made these hairy mice. Which, to be fair, I thought they were gonna do the woolly mammoth before any other species. Just considering they already made progress in another species, like progress recreating the hair.
Colossal's dire wolf pups, who are now 6 months old, have been seen by the public.
They kind of look like foxes, right? Like I know I'm tossing it up, not this. Yeah, it's like the face, like it's laughing at me. You know what I mean?
Hey Ben, it's Jeff Kluger from Time Magazine. A pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about what the goal is for de-extincting and rewilding ultimately. Why are you doing this work?
It became abundantly clear that we need new tools and technologies for conservation. And so we thought this was a really cool way that we could create value, create impact, inspire people, and then also hopefully thoughtfully rewild some of these species, which apparently will also have ecological benefits to these different potential ecosystems.
To try and do that, Colossal needed to understand dire wolves at a genetic level. The company has documented the process from the beginning and shared this footage with Time for a cover story.
So I'm guessing that's a direwolf bone. I think a bone marrow, especially. Like I could be wrong, but can't you can woman live without men thanks to bone marrow since they can use that to fertilize themselves? The being that's born should be an identical copy to the mother, but it's possible technically, right? So did they get it like a female wolf's bone marrow or something like that?
So can you tell me a little bit about what?
Wait, what? The first to exist in the near species. Okay.
So can you tell me a little bit about what went into engineering the dire wolf?
By the way, before he goes into it, uh, just reading this, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of people who are afraid because Jurassic Park, like a super intelligent dinosaur that never existed can break out of the cage and kill us. Wow, you know. But the cool thing about this is that if you can bring them back, you could also mutate them. Like imagine being able to mutate your body or like change your body so you can breathe underwater. Boom, you never have to worry about a tsunami again. Or you can withstand the like extreme temperatures. Like this could be all really helpful for us.
So, can you tell me a
Like
little
it's not only reviving, but it's also like, changing
bit
our
about
bodies.
what went into engineering the dire wolf?
We extracted DNA from two fossils that
Okay,
we
I was
knew
right
from
about this.
previous work had some amount of preserved ancient DNA.
Okay.
One was a 13,000-year-old bone, and the other was a 72
Dude, that's like this, right? Then the head would have to be like about the yeah, that's fucking
year
giant.
old bone, an inner ear bone. We were able to generate two genomes, two direwolf genome
Okay.
sequences from that, which we then compared to all the other wolves for which there's already been data generated.
Okay, so I think I was right, right? They didn't actually bring it back. What they did was mutate and what's the opposite of ancestor? But like a gray wolf who's like pretty similar. They just mutated the gene to look like the werewolf.
And when we do that, we want to figure out where it is that these two dire wolves
Because it's a bit weird because technically could it be considered a new species? Because it's not really the dire wolf itself. It's something that looks like it, right?
are similar to each
So it's
other,
like a new species
but
almost.
different from the other wolves that are out there.
All right, the chromosome seems the same. Yeah, that seems fine.
And so we come up with this list of genes where they're distinct. Now, our goal in the Dire Wolf Project, just like with all de-extinction projects, is to
Bring it back.
re-engineer the core traits, the core characteristics that made these extinct species unique and able to fill whatever role that they filled.
Yes, so like she said, they're not really bringing it back. What they're doing is getting the characteristics like being giant, the look.
In their
It's like, for example, if I put a costume on of like a horse, I'm not really a horse. I'm still a human. You know what I mean?
ecosystems when they were still alive.
Using this knowledge, Colossal then made 20 modifications to 14 genes in the DNA of common gray wolf cells.
Okay, that makes more sense.
These relatively few tweaks to the genetic code produce some big differences. The dire wolf's white coat, large size, characteristic vocalizations like that howling you heard at the beginning of the story, and more. That DNA was transferred to denucleated egg cells, meaning
I wonder if they probably do, right? They keep the tamed kind of like non-aggression that normal dogs have. I'm guessing they do because they're still like wolves. Wolves still exist. Like I've seen a lot of shorts about a guy with the wolves, and it's all about respect. I wonder if it's the
cells
same
without their
here, or it's more like a dog, where it's like a pet.
own genetic material, and then developed into embryos and were then implanted in the wombs of surrogate mothers, who were hound mixed dogs.
We didn't know how big these embryos would grow and wanted to.
I don't know how dog breeds work, but hounds they're like the black ones, right? The black skinny ones. Oh, never mind. No, this isn't a hound. Oh, never mind. Are those called Doberman? Yeah, these ones. I thought these were the hounds. These hounds are like the hunting dogs, right?
To make sure that the surrogate was healthy. So we picked large dogs.
Romulus and Remus, named after the Roman mythological twin brothers who were raised by a wolf, were born on October 1st, 2024. Others who were raised. Romulus and Remus, named after the Roman mythological
Mythological? That was real. Wait, what? Wait, I actually thought this was real. Like, not really raised by wolves, but like, if you're near a dog for enough time, like, they see you as another one of their species. I thought that was what happened.
twin brothers who were raised by a wolf were born on October 1st, 2024. And in January, they were joined by a younger sister that the Colossal team named Khaleesi. Each wolf is on track to grow to as large as 6 feet long and 150 pounds. Colossal isn't planning to reintroduce them.
If there's no like a weird mutation that happens and like fucks them over, that's really the main problem, right? When it comes to like the mutations in DNA, that you're more likely later on to like also have problems. Like they might just die early.
Them to the wild.
That's
Instead, the 3 dire wolves will live out their lives on a fenced 2,000-acre preserve.
That makes sense.
Colossal does not want to disclose.
Yeah, that makes sense. Primarily because if you put them in the wild, they will either get instantly killed, they can't scavenge for food, or they're too good at scavenging for food and they just ruin the whole ecosystem, like killing everything. That's why you're not really supposed to like bring species from other countries into a new country.
Close this location in order to protect the animals.
Yeah, makes sense.
I think these are the luckiest animals ever. They will live their entire life on this protected ecological reserve where they have all sorts of space and they have natural denning environment and they have a inclement weather hut that they can go and hide out in if they need to. They have 24-hour veterinary care.
If they're
dire wolves aren't the only species on Colossal's de-extinction agenda.
An American company says it has genetically engineered mice so that they have developed some traits like mammoths.
A small but potentially important step in a quest to eventually bring back the prehistoric.
The woolly mammoth, is he really necessary to bring back? I feel like dodos would be better. Like they're smaller. You can, if you make them big, you can probably ride on them instead of cars. And you can keep them as pets. Like, what are you gonna do with the mammoth? Just eat it, right? Oh wait, that's actually smart. You get mammoths, and instead of raising pigs, you raise mammoths. Then you eat them. Wait, that can help with the food. No, they can't, because they're gonna eat more. Like they're bigger, but they eat more. The meat might not be good. Yeah, it's not worth. It's not worth.
Woolly mammoth.
They hope to de-extinct the woolly mammoth as early as 2028.
Not worth.
The company is also hoping to bring back the dodo and the Tasmanian tiger.
Dude,
if some of this
I didn't even know they were gonna do that. Like I just thought, oh yeah, the dodo would be cool.
Genetic tinkering feels familiar, it's because Hollywood has been here first.
Yes, guess what? Hollywood made movies about planes crashing constantly. Like terrorists they're always in planes and some buff white guy like saves the plane somehow. Like without any gun against armed terrorists. Wow, are we not supposed to go into planes now? Like, stop. Who cares? It's a movie. Like, the alien exists. Are we not supposed to go into space anymore? Because there's a possibility of aliens, like just inhabiting a spaceship and like killing everything. No.
First, and spoiler alert, we all know that didn't end well. So naturally.
Also, the dinosaurs there were extremely smart. Like, let's be honest. There's no way dinosaurs were even close to that. Like, they were probably on the same level as a deer. Just looking at you as you were car fucking. I've never crashed into a deer, but they're retarded.
Ethicists have some concerns.
Here, when you're playing with nature.
Ethics, police. Dude.
Nature usually wins. Nature is much more complicated than the ability of our brains to understand it. Genes do many things. There may be a lot of unintended consequences. Let's say we alter a gene to make extra hair or to make it burn metabolism more, burn fat more. Those genes may do other things in ways that we just don't.
Okay, it's an ethics professor or whatever. Like, shut the fuck up. But he is telling the truth. Like, changing one gene could change every other, like, a gene. Like, even a slight shift, like, could just fuck up the ecosystem.
Don't even understand. So we may create animals that have lots of medical.
Yeah, they'll just out predate, or they'll just out hunt everything. and become the new apex predator. Except instead of eating only like one kind, they're gonna eat everything.
Problems.
Like what they call the anaconda or whatever, the python. Aren't they like bad for certain things because they like eat crocodiles and all that? So they're like being hunted.
We start tinkering with genes, we may create a super mouse, a super rat that kills all the other animals around.
Outcompete. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
But the team at Colossal says their mission to restore extinct species is also about stopping the disappearance of endangered ones today, as experts predict Earth will lose 30% of its genetic diversity by 2050.
As long as
Colossal has used techniques learned from...
As long as humans don't lose genetic diversity, it should technically be fine, right? Because it's not like we're mating with the wolves, and I'm not mating with the wolves or anything like that. And like most humans aren't, unless they're weird. So yeah, it should technically be fine, right? Because the whole point of genetic diversity is to continue to evolve and all that.
From the Dire Wolf Project.
And for like to not have like incest babies.
To clone 4 red wolves, a small but important step in fortifying that endangered species. The 4 new wolves could help inject fresh DNA into the red wolf gene pool, which currently suffers from a so-called genetic bottleneck.
It's more like a coyote, though.
The result of too few individuals carrying too little genetic variety to keep the species healthy.
Yep.
Yes, it would be really amazing to see a mammoth. It would be great for the habitats of Tasmania to have a keystone predator reintroduced into that ecosystem. But the tools that we're developing on the path to these species...
It's not only like bringing them back. What they're doing is effectively researching DNA mutations and all that, and how to change it. Which it's not only for other beings, but for humans as well. Like your hair could technically be like a woolly mammoth. Like imagine having woolly mice. Imagine being bald and being able to like get this kind of hair. Like just imagine, there's no longer any bald people unless they want to be bald.
Have immediate
like you could be bigger if you get a
application to species that are not yet extinct. A future that is both biodiverse and filled with people. We should be giving ourselves the opportunity to see what our big brains can do to reverse some of the bad things that we've done to the world already.
There's a huge need to help prevent animals from becoming endangered and going extinct. We need to spend more money on conservation. Particularly now, there's a lot of threats that lands that we have as national parks and there's preserves are going to be used for drilling oil, for instance. So there's a lot of habitats where species now live that are going to be under threat. So, and there's not enough money to help with conservation efforts.
I think this is better than conservation. Primarily because conservation only helps animals. This helps humanity as a whole. Since at the end of the day, it is DNA research. It's not only like if they uncover something big here, it's not only gonna help to bring them back, but it's also gonna help like other fields of medical or research that have to do with like DNA and all that. So this is technically better in my opinion. Also, I don't really care if all the animals go extinct. Like, as long as humans can keep going, it's personally whatever. Like, I know that's an unpopular opinion, but like, realistic, why do you want deer and all these animals to be here, apart from the environment? Like, yeah. I know it's unpopular. I know it's a fucked up opinion, but hey. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it. Hopefully they do bring back the dodo, because apparently it's a plan, right? Yeah. Dude, look at this fucker. Imagine making them bigger so you can ride on them, like right here, your legs. Fucking, dude, instead of horses, you can have dodo races. Fucking hell. Leave a like, subscribe, all that. Peace.